guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video you guys have been asking me to do for quite a while. I am finally going to be doing an updated pet room tour. I do have at least one of these on my channel already, but it is getting a little old. Since I filmed that video, I have got some new pets. Some of my pets have been upgraded in their enclosures, and I just moved some stuff around, so I thought it would be the perfect time to finally do an updated room tour. Before I jump into the room tour, I want to thank today's unofficial sponsor. Today's video is being sponsored by Pickles Pet Shop. Yes, my own pet store is sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know, I actually have my own online pet shop that sells tons of supplies for small animals. I do sell a lot of items that you find in other stores, but I also have some items that are pretty unique and you can't find a lot of places. So if you want to check out my pet shop, I will have it linked down in the description like always. And just as a little teaser for the people watching this video, I'm hopefully going to be starting to carry reptile items hopefully within about the next month or so. So I know a lot of you don't have small animals and you have a lot of reptiles, so look forward to that. I should have reptile items within the next month or two. But enough of that. I know you guys just want to see the room, so let me take you guys off the tripod and I'll give you a look. Okay, so we'll just start the room tour right when you walk in. So this is what you see as you walk in. Over here to the right, I have the small animals. The gerbils are right here. Their cage is always dusty no matter what. And then I have my two hamsters. I recently rearranged everything to have all the small animals on this side and all the reptiles on the other side. And I'm really loving having the little separation so far. But that is the small animal section. And then if we go over to this side, over here is where the majority of the animals are. This is where all the reptiles are. So let me go ahead and close this door. Are you gonna come in? Come on. So he's not gonna come in. I'm sure he'll wanna come in after I shut the door. So we will just start over at the left and work our way around. Up here, I just have some cute little gecko decorations. You can see these in a lot of my videos. A lot of people ask where I got them. My mom actually got them for me as a present, but I do know she got them on Amazon. So that is where you can get those. Over here, I just have a closet. This just has my filming equipments in here. So I have my ring light and my tripod, extra critter keepers, extra bedding, and then I'm actually trying to breed some superworms, so I have them in there so it's nice and dark. And then out over here I have the first animal of the room. Unfortunately, I don't think many animals are awake right now, but since this is just a room tour, I figured I could go ahead and film it. I do have all of my pets coming up pretty soon too, where you guys will actually be able to see everyone in more detail. But this is the enclosure for Pippa. She's my Kenyan sand boa. She's the only snake I have. You can actually see her little head poking out right there. That's pretty much all she does, is her little head pokes out and she waits for food. So that is Pippa, my Kenyan sand boa. She's in a 10-gallon right now because she is a baby. I know some people keep Kenyan sand boas in 10 gallons their whole life, but she will be getting an upgrade when she gets a little bit bigger. And then down below her is where I keep most of my feeder insects. Right here I just have some hornworms. I got these off dubiaroaches.com. If you haven't seen that video, I just posted it I think last week. I'll have a link in my description where you can order from dubiaroaches.com and you get 10% off your first order, and it's an affiliate link, so that means that I do get a little bit back from the company. So if you order bugs and save a little money, you can also help me feed my pets. So I just have hornworms. Right here are my dubia roaches. You can see a couple of them right there eating some carrots, and one's on the little water gel. I have a variety of dubia roaches in here, anything from the really small ones for my crested geckos up to the extra large for my Pac-Man frog. And then over beside that, this is something new I'm starting. I'm actually just starting to attempt to breed mealworms and superworms. I've never done it before, so I don't know how well it's gonna go. But in here, these are just the mealworm pupa, so I separate them once they pupate. And then down below, this is my mealworm bin and this is my superworm bin. So up in the top, these are all just my mealworm beetles. As you can see, they're all enjoying their carrots. There's another one back there. So these are the mealworm beetles, which are hopefully going to produce and lay some eggs, and then I'll get some little baby mealworms. This one is empty right now because I did just start this about a week or two ago. And then down here are my mealworms. And then over on this one's pretty much empty right now. I just have my superworms down here, and then I have them in the closet pupating because you have to separate them. And then these two are empty because I don't have any beetles yet, but hopefully I can do that. And then down below that, I just have some egg carton that I use for my feeder insects. Now we'll move over to the main reptile rack. I have 5 of my animals on here. So down at the bottom, that is Lola, my blue tongue skink. Her light did just turn off. You guys don't see her very often because she's not the friendliest blue tongue skink, but she is in a 4-foot long cage by Tetra, I believe. Up on the shelf above that, I have my 2 male leopard geckos, Felipe and Pablo. You guys just saw them last week. It does look like Pablo's actually awake. He's probably just waiting to see what's for dinner, and then Felipe is not awake yet. But I did just redo their cages recently and put paper towels in. I am liking it so far. And then up above them on the top shelf, I have one of my crested geckos. This is where Jorge lives. You guys never see him. I don't see him very often either. Jorge is the crested gecko that I got off of Craigslist, and I don't know if he was ever held at all because he is always the most scared gecko I have ever seen. And my glass is dirty, but he eats well, he poops. He does everything a gecko should, so I pretty much just let him chill. He's in a really nice big cage. This is a 24 by 18 by 24 Exoterra, so it is a little bit bigger than the minimum. And then right beside him is my Pac-Man frog Fiona. She's just sitting right down here in her hole because she does not move. That is all she does. If you're thinking about getting a Pac-Man frog, I know everyone says they don't do anything, but I literally have not seen her move from that hole in about 2 months. I know she gets out to poop and stuff, but she goes back to the exact same place every time. So personally, I have not seen her out of that spot in about 2 months. So they are very, very exciting pets. So that is everyone on the rack. And then over here, I just have a couple of the thermostats hooked up on the rack. This one is for Fiona and this is Pablo. And then the ones for Felipe and Pippa are actually back behind Felipe's tank. And then moving on from that, over here, I just have the big mister. I have another smaller hand mister, but it's just not in here right now. I have some old sheds of Pippas because I'm weird and I keep them. A really cute chameleon decoration I got at Hobby Lobby, and this giant thing of cricket food. I don't use this very often, but I do like it as a backup when I don't have a lot of fresh foods available for my feeder insects. And then down in here I just have a little bit of storage. This is mainly, these are all their vitamins. And then over here is a lot of my crested gecko stuff. So I have Pangea, Rapashi, and food dishes. And then down here, I don't get in this drawer very often. This is just a little bit of extra stuff. So I have an extra thermostat in here, some extra plants. Looks like there's an extra ledge, some hammocks, trash bags, just some random stuff. And then over beside that, I have 2 more geckos. So here I have Pickle. He is my baby gargoyle gecko. You can actually see him right here. He's trying to use his hammock. I really like these hammocks. I will link her Etsy shop down below. It's not sponsored, I just really, really like them. And she is a viewer that makes some really awesome stuff, and I have like 3 of her hammocks now. And my geckos actually use them. As you can see, Pickle is trying to use his right now. So if you want some gecko stuff, she also makes food dishes and stuff. I'll link that down below. But he's in a 12 by 12 by 18 Exoterra because he's still not very big. He will be upgrading when he gets bigger. And then beside that is Harper. She is my crested gecko. She's in the Zoomed skyscraper, as you can see. I can't get that sticker off, so it just lives there now. So this is an 18 by 18 by 36, so it is a very large enclosure. She has so many fun hiding spaces, and I'm guessing she is back behind that paper background because no matter how many spaces I give her to hide, she loves hiding behind that background. So that is her enclosure. And then up above that, I just have this painting I still need to move. This painting was in a good spot until I rearranged, and now her tank's in front of it, so I need to move that. And then I just have some sound panels. I don't have enough of these in here to really do anything, but I still put a few in just because there is an echo in this room, so I thought I would at least start buying a few to hang them up to help a little. But then under that, this is Piper, my leopard gecko's enclosure. This is a large Exoterra, and she's actually not in here yet. I'm sure most of you know Piper had surgery, and since her surgery, she has been in a hospital tank in the living room, which is like a little 10-gallon with paper towel. Hopefully she'll be back in here within another week or so once she gets all of her stitches out. She's doing really, really well, and her recovery is going awesome, so I can't wait to get her back in here. I did just recently get her a UVB light so I can try UVB with my leopard geckos because I know a lot of people say it's beneficial. So I will be trying that when she gets back in, and I do have a little bit of storage under there. And that is it for the reptile side of the room. So now we'll move over to the small animal side. I just have this chair and a little desk in here. That way I can sit in here in the evenings with the animals and like get a gecko out or something and chill for a bit. But over here is the small animal side. I have some more of these panels up here. Once again, don't think they're doing anything. But down here is the gerbil tank. You can actually see chicken is right there, and then we have waffles up there. I've actually had a couple videos on them recently, so if you're interested in gerbils, definitely go check out my channel. And then down below that, I just have some hamster storage, and I have this really cute little hamster plush that one of you guys sent me, and it's adorable. So in here, there's just a variety of things. You can see I have tunnels. I have some Christmas stuff for all my theme cages, and down here is kind of the same. There's some nesting material, some more hides, a food dish. It's all just kind of random. And then over here, they have all their treats. There I just have my modem for my internet because I only have one plug-in in my entire house for that, and it's in the pet room, so that's where it has to be. And then back in the corner, I have the air purifier you guys saw in last week's video. I'm really liking it so far. It does seem to work, but I just have it stuck back there in the corner, which I thought was a pretty good place for it. And then very last over here are the hamsters. So down below, I just have all of their extra chews. I have an extra Carolina Storm Express wheel, and then this cage right here belongs to my baby Syrian Friar Tuck. If you guys haven't seen the video, the cages they're in is actually the All Living Things, the PetSmart brand of the Double Critter Nation. I just bought these bins from Home Depot so they could actually have deep enough bedding, but I thought these made really nice hamster cages. So I have Friar Tuck down here, and then Mr. Fluffy Butt is up here. You can actually see him in his wheel right now. He's already awake. I've noticed he's actually been awake a lot more since I changed him into this cage. He's a lot more active. So I don't know if he just didn't like his aquarium or if he just decided he wanted to be a cool hamster now. But as you can see, he always comes to the front now and tries to get treats from me, and he explores. So I really think that he loves this cage. But that is his cage. So that is pretty much the whole pet room. I'll give you one last little overview. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little look around my room. Like I said at the beginning, quite a bit has changed since last time. I'm really liking the way it's set up right now. I really like having the reptiles on one side and the small pets on the other. It's really working out great. Like I said at the beginning, if you haven't checked out Pickles Pet Shop, my pet store, I will link it down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.